Hello everyone and welcome back to the Janky Skies of Bentley. And welcome back everyone. Apologies again for the videos being so slow and sporadic lately, but I've been busy and doing things and, well, having to get things done in, well, life, and a lot of streaming as of late. We stream every... Oh, how are you down here? How are you alive? Get out of here, guy. Where are you at? Hold on, I need to turn that back up. Is it F7? Oh. What the heck? Oh, that's right, because I moved the thing. Oh. Crap. Well, we don't want this guy blowing up in here. That would be bad. That would be bad. Alright, let's turn off that back then. I got some things we need to show you guys. Make sure everything is all hunky-dory down here and good to go. Alright, it looks like we're good. Let's turn off F7. That shows our light levels and everything. What is this purple over here? Maybe there's something down below. I'm not really sure what that is. Anyways, I was just looking at the mini-map. So, I've been busy and doing a lot of work and basically just streaming. So, we do stream every single night except for Sunday. And then Monday I have a really long stream where we play with Dark Osto, which you guys, if you've seen some of the past content, you should know about Dark Osto. If you guys don't, you should go watch out some one of those captive videos and maybe a few episodes of the Terraria that we had done until my recording screwed up. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And you can find out links to his Twitch channel where he ends up making mod packs, playing other games, and all of that good stuff as well. And we do stuff on Mondays as well. So generally on Mondays I'll stream most of the day, and lately we've been playing 7 Days to Die with integration. So people using like channel points on Twitch and things like bits and subbing and all of that stuff affects us in the game, and it's been a challenge and a lot of fun. So that's where a lot of my time's been going lately, and yeah, so we're back though. We're going to be doing a little bit more of a Janky Skies. I got some things I got to show you guys, but I'm not super happy with it. So here's what we've done. We'll come down here, we'll push G to turn on our hover mode, and as you can see I got a little bit of redstone. The redstone's on top of the block breakers, and the block breakers are sitting here breaking all of the cobblestone, and underneath each one of these is a hopper. So all of those are just kind of falling in there. This is another reason why we can't really use our magnet here, because it'll still kind of suck it up. So we have this chest sitting here. We do have the other hopper, the factory hopper, sitting here, just kind of to help pick up other things that don't quite make it in the other hoppers. And as you can see, it doesn't do too bad of a job. We're getting a lot more cobblestone in a little bit faster, which is very nice. We're going to need a bunch of this stuff for many, many different things. And also, let's go ahead and put this stuff away because we don't need it on us at the moment. And then here we have a filtered import cable pulling from our chest. The reason why I went with the filter is so that we can actually access this, and we can actually use things like speed upgrades as well. But we don't really, I'm not really seeing a need for it as it is keeping up with this. I'm wondering if we can actually make this a little bit faster at some point. We might actually be able to do that. And well, this is even worse. Now it's raining. Can I actually sleep through this? Well, I guess it's not a thunderstorm, it's just raining. Well, that's great. Maybe we'll do a little bit of work down here then. Maybe we'll just do some work down here. So here's what I'm thinking about doing today. Now, I've been using Simple Storage Network for a few episodes now, and in all fairness, it's been doing a pretty decent job, and it has its pluses and its minuses, and honestly, I'm kind of over a few of the things. I know there's an update to it, but I don't think the actual mod pack here has been updated. I think Lothrazar made some fixes to Simple Storage Network and a lot of his other mods over the holiday season. So, just generally, I would update it myself if I was playing this, just for me. But well, I like to keep up with everyone that is currently, like, playing along or anything like that. So I don't like to just do things out of that nature. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of hold up on the Simple Storage Network for now, which we can actually utilize in other ways a little bit later on. We might even be able to integrate with it, still using refined storage, and that is what I'm thinking about heading off to do. So we got cobblestone being made. As you can tell, we got a ton of it inside of our drawer up here, and it's all being sent in here from down there. And that switch, that lever down there, is what turns it all off. It'll turn off the block breaker. So let's get started with some refined storage. And I got reasons for this, because refined storage, pretty nice. So it is another storage mod. If you are unfamiliar with it, it is basically another storage mod. And it actually allows you to store things like on drives instead of chests, which we will probably do but not get to because it might be a little expensive for us at the moment. Now, silicon is going to be needed, and we're going to need to get a bunch of this. So we got some nether quartz that we've already mined, I assume. Alright, let's go mine some nether quartz. Well, let's go grab some nether quartz while bad things are happening. Now, this shouldn't take too long. We shouldn't need a whole crazy ton of this. And as far as these water strainers are concerned, I have been using them and filling up the others with, what do you call that? Bait. Wait, you got mad at me because I picked up quartz? Dude, you've got to be joking me right now. I pick up quartz and you get mad at me? Well, that's dumb. Is what it is, though. Alright, let's turn on our magnet as well. So we'll try to grab, like, a little bit of this. It would be nice if we had fortune, as I've been talking about that for a while now. Having fortune would be grand. But we can actually get through here pretty quick and not worry about the pigment too much. Just kind of vein mine or excavate, in this case, all of the things that we want and need, which is just the quartz. And we'll get back and start smelting that up, which will be fairly quick. So we got about, almost got 2 stacks. I would be happy with a little over 2 stacks, maybe 3 stacks even. And this is super easy to do, as you can see. Having a dent pack, top tier. Top tier is what I'm saying. There we go. I still gotta get that audio foam up. I got some audio foam I bought just in case, because I do generally, when I record YouTube, it's not so much when I'm doing my streams, but when I'm like recording here, I generally hear myself a lot, like echo, which is kind of crazy. And I don't know if you guys hear it, but I'm assuming that maybe some people do, depending on which sound things that you guys use, like either speakers or headphones or what have you. Like I said, I generally use some ear pods. That's what I use all the time, and I can practically just hear myself. When I'm streaming, on the other hand, I have some music usually playing, and that kind of covers up that little bit of echo, which isn't really that bad, but I still end up hearing it. And it might improve the sound quality just a tad bit, having some of that audio foam just ready to go. And I don't have a whole ton of it, but I might have to get some more. But as it sits, yeah, probably would be a good idea to do. Alright, so there's over 3 stacks. I'm happy with that. Let's head back and we'll smelt this up real quick into some silicon, which is going to be super simple, super easy, and, well, I'll show you. Alright, so let's turn this magnet on for bank in this area. We should put like a big sign up that says no magnets allowed. That would be great. So we got this little guy, he's set up, and we're just going to be very careful. Apparently that pushing Q thing and throwing items out is a 1.14 bug in just vanilla. So be very cautious of that. I'm going to leave a little bit of that, and the 3 stacks of nether quartz is already smelted up and ready to go for some silicon. There we go. Very nice. Alright. At refined. Now what we're going to need in this is we're going to need some very basic things. We're going to need some basic processors. So we're going to need a lot of redstone, a lot of silicon, a lot of iron, and then we're going to need this processor binding words, please. Oh, we can actually use the gray goo as well. That's why I actually put the thing in there. I didn't notice this right off the bat. But we can use the inert gray glue from our mob farm as well, which I'm actually going to go ahead and do. And we're going to get a couple stacks of this going. The reason for this is because we're going to need probably a good stack of the basic processors here. So let's just... Am I out of iron? Are you serious right now? I'm out of iron? How the heck am I out of iron? Alright, let's sleep and get rid of this rain. How the heck am I out of iron? What have I been using iron on this whole time? This is what I'm saying. Like, we got to get some resource generation up and going very soon. But this is my favorite part. I love being able to sit here and basically feel a struggle, is what I'm saying. And when I try to hold out as long as I can, and that's what makes me still able to actually play and enjoy Minecraft, is because I kind of put boundaries and, you know, like little struggles for myself while I'm playing. And people wonder, like, Billy, how the heck do you keep playing Minecraft? How do you not get bored of playing Minecraft all the time? And I'm just, that's how. I put my own challenges and goals, and I set myself. You have to pace yourself, is what I'm getting at. Pacing yourself is a big deal when you're playing Minecraft for so long. You do need to kind of, sometimes you get into a groove and you're just like, man, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop. We're just gonna keep going and going and going. And when that happens, you kind of lose track and you're like, man, now I'm kind of not happy because I'm a little bored and I was hoping this was gonna last longer kind of thing, and yeah. So that's generally what I do, and a lot of the time I focus on my build, which is another thing that kind of helps slow me down a little bit, and I try to get that done relatively early in my series that I do. Generally, I try to, you know, slow it down a little bit so that way we can enjoy the build throughout the series. That is kind of how I play Minecraft, and that's how I enjoy playing. And a lot of people don't really agree with it. They're like, well, why don't you go get into this? This is better. Do this, do that. Well, I mean, I like to try new things. I like to check out different stuff, and that's another thing that kind of keeps the game alive for me, especially in modded. So just throwing that out there. All right, so let's go ahead and toss all of this in. Let's just go ahead and process this all up real quick. We'll go ahead and get a little bit of this. Now, as you can see, we're still not doing this automated, which is, honestly, it's fine because we get this stuff relatively quick. This stuff is super easy to get. I mean, can't you tell? All right, let's go ahead and pick that back up. Now, let's go ahead and toss these back on there in case we need some more in a minute. We'll get a few more stacks going. That should last us a little bit. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get some more of these up. Now, like I said, I kind of want a stack of these. Now, sadly enough, how much redstone do we have? Okay, we're gonna have to be very careful here because we're probably not gonna do that much then, because I thought I had a little bit more redstone than that. So let's hold on to the redstone. We'll go ahead and put the processor binding back in there. We're gonna go refined. So we're gonna need a few key items. Now, we're definitely gonna need some of these raw advanced processors. So let's go ahead and click this out. We're gonna probably grab just maybe 8 of these for the time being. And then we're also gonna need some of these improved ones, which are made out of gold. And then for these, let's go ahead and make about 16. This should last us for a few of the things that we're gonna need, and then we should be able to keep out an eye of some redstone. So we should be doing good. Now, you probably saw blocks of redstone, yes, because it's reading that. It's the same thing. So just letting you know beforehand, before someone's like, Bentley, you got these though. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. I'm pretty sure these work in there, right? If this doesn't work, I'm going to be actually a little sad. Oh, it did work. Oh, thank the Lord. I was about to like double check and make sure it did work, but it didn't. So it cooked them up into the basic processor. So that is exactly how these work. I'm pretty sure this actually is counted as a furnace, basically. So it should do anything a furnace does. Did I pick up the cobblestone again? No, I didn't, but this just kind of fell through. Alright, buddy. I'm telling you, you gotta do this. I'm sorry, I know you don't want to get crushed, but you got to, bud. I'm sorry to say. Alright, here we go. So let's go ahead and toss those in. The first things we're going to need from this is a crafting grid. We're going to definitely want this guy. Now we're going to need some glass. We're going to need some machine casing. Now this is another thing. Iron. Quartz enriched iron. We're going to need some of this. We're going to need a good chunk of it. Now the iron that we have, let's do 48. We didn't have a whole ton of it, but this should be enough to last us for the moment. I think it was just a piece of stone. Yeah. So there we go. We got a machine casing. Let's actually make 2 of those for now, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And glass. Let's just type in that so I don't have to fumble over my keyboard all the time. All right. Crafting grid. It is a nice little easy way for you to grab some... Are you serious? Okay, good. It is a nice, easy way for you to grab things that you do need. Now, why is this not being a thing? Oh, right, construction core. So we're going to need a little glowstone. Let's go ahead and craft up a couple of those, because we're probably going to need those for other things. And then the destruction core, which is going to use some nether quartz. So it's a good thing to grab as much of that as possible. And again, this is another reason why I'm not sure if this is refined storage doing this, or if this is just kind of a 1.14 thing right now. We're about to find out once we get the crafting grid made, and we get it all nice and set up. What did I just do? Didn't I just craft the monitor? Oh, there's the crafting grid. I thought I did. It moves around sometimes. So there we go. We got this done. Upgrading your grid. So you can see we'll have access to storage and a little crafting area, which is what we exactly want. All right, so the next thing we're going to need is a controller. And the controller, that's a creative one, is the brains of the operation. The guy that's going to need power. We're going to need RF on this guy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, can I transfer power with these over distances? I'm assuming we can. Didn't we make another one of these, or did I not? I can't remember if I made another one of those yet. But hooking into that would be amazing, honestly. So having these two connected together, they will touch and they will work as soon as we start supplying this guy with some power. Now, let's go ahead and, for the time being, here's an idea. Let's just use this, because this should be more than enough power to be supplied to this, as long as we supply it with a little bit of fuel. So let's do that real quick. We'll just grab some coal, and we got plenty of it, so we're just going to toss that in there, and that's going to start giving this, and you'll start seeing the controller slowly coming to life. And there it goes. So as soon as it gets into this color here, we are good to go. Everything lights up, but we have no access to our storage. Now, well, how are we going to do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Now, it's very simple. If we're using a storage setup such as this, where we have everything inside of storage drawers, we can do something very similar to what we used with our storage request table from Simple Storage Network. We can make and type in storage, and we can grab an external storage cable, basically. So we're going to need to craft some of these cables, and yet again, let's just pull the glass into our inventory, because we're going to be using this for quite a bit of stuff, and we'll just craft this ourselves, because this is just getting ridiculous. Storage. All right, there we go. So that's one of the things that I'm just kind of getting tired of, as well as things like the chests not working, but yeah. We'll make some chests. I think it didn't matter, and honestly, we're probably going to need a few of these, but we're going to just try to start off with one for now. External is probably a little bit easier to... You've got to be joking me. That's so obnoxious. That is so obnoxious. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and just kind of leave that there for the moment and see about hooking this up. Now, we're going to go ahead and pick up the remainder of this stuff, because we don't really want this stuff interacting anymore. We need to have access to our controller. And so let's just go ahead and just do this. Now, the sad thing is, I'm thinking some of these don't quite actually pick up right. Oh, also, let's go ahead and turn that off, because that's just going to end up filling up, because it won't have anywhere to go. So let's just do that for the time being. Pick that up, and then down here, we have access to our drawer controller. We're going to place our external storage on top of that. Right-clicking on it, you'll be able to see some stats as well. And we're going to go ahead and grab our cable. We're going to bring this down, and we should be able to bring this over as well. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we should be right there. Perfect. Nice. Let's put this right here so we have a cable that hooks up to it. Maybe like this. There we go. So this should give us access to all of our stuff, and we're going to try it out and see how well this actually works now. Hey, look at that. Everything inside of our storage drawers are showing up inside of our crafting grid. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is a wireless remote that we can use, but it doesn't have crafting. Wireless crafting monitor. That shows everything that is actually crafting, auto-crafting wise, which we'll get into a little bit later on, probably. But the wireless grid is something, but it uses power. So the other one doesn't use power, and we can still input and take out items from our inventory. So we can still use this and have this set up. But as you can see, nothing's really showing up because we just, well, pulled everything out. So for now, I don't understand this. Did we really have that much iron? Did we not use that much iron? That's crazy. So anyways, we'll notice that we do need to have access to our other chests as well because we have all of this storage in here and no way to access it currently. So what we were going to probably want to do is... I'm actually kind of worried about putting some items back into our system. I kind of want to consolidate this down a bit. I think it would be very helpful if we did that. Now we got Invar showing up in here for some reason. I thought we put that on our storage drawer, but I guess we didn't yet. I guess not. Yeah, that's zinc. Oh, we didn't actually do that yet. Well, there you go. You have a new home now. You're welcome. Alright, so I also need to get some food. I'm actually getting fairly hungry, it seems. We need to find a different food so we can get some extra hearts up and running now. What do we got that we haven't ate a lot of? Apples? Have I not eaten apples? Not eaten yet, no. Okay. Oh, well, there's a thing. Okay. Alright, so we do want to try to consolidate all of this. We can middle mouse click to kind of sort this out a little bit better. We notice here that this is almost empty chest, so might as well just pick that up. And then we got a lot of extra junk. Now, some of this stuff I don't really need access to, so we're just going to go ahead and grab a few things and put them in a chest that we know we're actually going to use. So paper, bone meal. I'm not too worried about these things very much. Sulfide. Prismarine is probably something we could use. Glass panes. So we're not going to go too crazy with this. Some spruce logs and oak logs. And we'll just put this all in here if it'll fit. Well, there you go. For the most part, it did fit. So there we go. Nice. Okay, except for those. We can remove these because I'm not worried about using these. But we're going to go ahead and put the glass and other things in there. The totems and stuff, I'm just going to put away because most of those are just kind of garbage anyways. I'm not super happy with them. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up that link cable there. And we're going to just try to access the majority of our storage real quick by making up another external. Oops. So here we go. So it's not linked up to our JEI, and if you want that, click this here. JEI synchronized and auto selected. Normally I like the JEI synchronized. So there we go. External. Alright. May I help you? Oh. You knew exactly. Okay, you calm down, guy. But yeah, I can see you got iron for emeralds. I'm gonna tell you, I don't have that many emeralds. Okay? I'm sorry, but I don't. Did he just hit his own llama? What did I come down here for, by the way? He's distracted me a lot. And he's being extremely loud. I have none of that? I thought I had some of this. Was it just chilling in another chest? Oh, it's in this. Oh. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so let's just grab out what we need, which is a little bit of this, a little bit of this. We're gonna need our quartz-enriched iron. We'll probably have to make a little bit more of the quartz as well. Let's grab the patterns. I'm not sure if I need those or not. And let's try this again. Probably should have checked, but once we have access to that other chest, that'll help out exponentially. So as you can see, everything is kind of holding up a little bit better here, which is great. So there we... Why is this not pulling? This is strange. Wait a minute. Why is it not pulling? Is it because... Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Because the cable didn't have anywhere to go? So this is the reason why we need to have some extra storage up and running. So there we go. Now we don't have access to that. We need to grab some chests. So let's craft some chests up real quick. We're just gonna grab like some spruce logs and we'll use those for chests for the time being. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, very nice. We got our external storage. Let's hook it up right now. We're probably going to go ahead and make another one of these before we start making a drive. So we're just going to hold shift and spacebar to hook that bad boy up, and we should have access to everything in our system now. There we go. Well, at least the things that we want, for the most part. So this should work much better, I think, for the time being. So we can make up another one of these probably soon, but we're going to need some more quartz. Now let's see what we need to make up a drive. All right, so let's type in drive, or partially of that, and see what exactly we need. Looks like we're going to need some more rich, quartz-enriched iron. We're going to need another machine casing. I thought we had a machine casing. I thought we made an extra. I guess not. Okay, that's fine. We'll just make up a little bit more of this iron. So this is kind of going already a little bit better in my opinion, if you haven't been able to tell. And we can You know, you're really bugging me, guy. You're really bugging me. I'm not gonna lie, you're actually in my way, and you're bugging the crap out of me. I'm gonna need you to walk away, sir. I'm gonna need you to walk away. Alright, anyways. So we got our disk drive. So the disk drive can hold up to 8 drives, and we should be able to craft up actually some drives at the moment. So let's go ahead and type in drive. And actually, no, it's actually, we can do 1K, 4K, and up. So if, let's see what we need. So it's just a little bit of some redstone. These aren't too bad. And for now, honestly, I say we just go ahead and craft up a few of these, because this should last us a little bit, in all fairness. So let's just do that, like so. We'll do 6, and then all we need to do is the 1K storage disk, which requires the 1K storage part that we already had, and we're gonna need a little bit more of the fused. Ooh, okay, let's quickly go grab that. Let's just go get a little bit more. I'll try to see if I can't do a little bit of this between episodes and get some more quartz, so we can work a little bit further into some refined storage. So I'm going through this fairly... I'm trying to go through this in such a way to where if you've never played with it before, I can try to help guide you through it and show you exactly everything about refined storage, which is some really cool stuff, by the way. Refined storage has some very neat components, and there's a lot of add-ons for it, but they're not probably updated currently to 1.14, and there's some really, really awesome things that I think people would like. But for now, we will go through the basics of it and just see what we can kind of get. Let's try not to die in here. That would be nice. Trying to grab a little bit. All right, that should be enough. Let's not worry about going too crazy on this. And we did get a ghast here, which is very awesome as well, by the way. Hey. This is bad. This is not good. Can you guys go away? Okay. Very careful. Better not be any behind me. We need some better food, by the way. We need a lot better food. Excuse me? Where are you coming from? Do not go in my portal. We got to be prepared when we go through, because this could be very bad. We're going to have to try to fly away because there's a pigment on the other side that's mad at us. Alright, I'm just going to fly over here if that's fine. We're going to fly over here. You stay over there and despawn. Do whatever you're going to do. I'm not taking my time for you anymore, guy. Alright? Listen. Alright, let's put this stuff away. Let's get some quartz iron, and let's go ahead and make these up. So this will be good for us. So we'll be able to do this and make a few of them. One more set of this, though. And this should allow us to craft. See, it just feels like we're crafting so much faster already anyways. So we're going to go ahead and raise this to a priority of 2 for the time being. So if it can't fit in any of this, and any of the chests down there, then it will go up into this instead. So now we have access to some storage. Now, if we take a look, none of that went in there because the chest down there actually still has room in it. So with that being said, we have access now to some better storage that we don't have to worry about too much. Now, if we type in @refined again, there's a bunch of other things that we can get into and that we are going to be getting into very soon now that we have access to this. I really didn't want to make this jump just yet, but in all fairness, I can't really deal with the issues without the pack being updated, because I'm pretty sure Lothrazar, knowing him, probably fixed a lot of the issues with this for the version that we are currently in, but just the pack hasn't been updated. He probably hasn't had time. It's been holidays, so I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying I can't wait any longer. So there's a bunch of different types of grids in here that we are going to probably end up messing with. The security manager, the interface, and there's some other wonderful blocks as well called the destructor, which is something I think we're going to probably be jumping into next, but there we go. We have ourselves an access to our refined storage system. Now, the more things we add to this, you'll notice that it increases the power usage depending on things that we add. So you'll notice that we got 6 FE per tick, which is, well, RF if you're familiar with that. So that's up to 12. We're using about 22 RF a tick, which this thing is generating us 80. So we have plenty of RF, and this thing's going to be just fine. If we ever run out of power, we have access to this to just fill it up for now. So I think it's perfectly fine as it sits, and we could even incorporate the simple storage network to export. If we hook this up as well, we could have this. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm actually done with you. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of the sounds. Can you just shut up? I'm trying to talk here, okay? Listen. All right, so we still have access. We could hook this up. We could export the coal out of here and put it into there if we really, really wanted to. But honestly, I think making a solar would probably be just as fine. So I'll try to get us a little bit of resources set up and hooked up and everything. Now, we don't have access to putting certain things away in our system anymore, which is unfortunate, but we'll try to integrate these two at some point, I think. I think it is possible, if I'm not mistaken and I remember correctly. Now, as far as our cobblestone is concerned, we don't have a way of pulling that just yet, but we can maybe do that real fast. Let's go ahead and see if we can, because I would like to leave that on. So we're going to need an import bus, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to need an importer, so I think we can craft that super easy, just like so. And then we'll need some cables as well. So it looks like this is even, in all fairness, probably even searching a little bit better at the moment, which is very nice. Okay. Alright, there should be cobble in there. So if we hook this up and we grab the importer, and with the priority system that we already have set up, it should work out well. Now, we do want to double check and make sure. We're going to set the priority to this -1. So this priority should just be a normal priority, and anything in here, it might have messed up a little bit, but honestly, it should be fine. I think we're okay. I don't think we put anything in here that we shouldn't have, but everything that we want will go into this first with the lowest priority. This will be second, and then lastly, our drives until we get things fixed up the way we want. Let's go ahead and pull this down. Go way out here real quick, and we should be able to see this being pulled in. Now, we could speed this up, and we'll work on that a little bit more later on, but as it sits right now, I think that's actually pretty good. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, so we'll just go ahead and turn that on. If it is, I'll turn it off, and we'll fix it in the next episode. With that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Janky Skies of Bentley. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. Lets me know you guys are still enjoying the series. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. And we'll catch you guys back in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.